And on November 4th, 2025, the first ever election of the governors of the state of Omambala, the state of Odumegwu, and the state of Ikemba will take place in Biafraland. November 4th, 2025.
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location, we have a very big news this morning. It is no longer a news anyway because it is already trending and causing a whole lot of arguments where Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is about to actually set another big record by hosting the first ever Biafra election in Biafra'S. So this particular news has actually been causing a whole lot of eyebrows. Some people are now saying, how would she even achieve that? Only a few days ago, Kumi unveiled the Biafra National ID card. I mean, you can see it from your screen. She made this unveil just a few days or a few weeks ago, and it is already even being dispatched, being distributed across different countries all over the world. So this woman is actually pulling weight lately. Now keep as well, this woman is really taking after her mentor, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa Bife conducted the first ever Biafra referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted. It was done online and even in physical. So this time around, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is taking the bull by the horn to conduct the first ever election ageme na Biafraland. I mean, some people are now to see that now it is going to be very impossible because the nation has not actually been actualized. Mana only na goku adi eledanya discouragement. She is just busy forging ahead because Omerobi, her mentor, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If engineer put this thing because a whole lot of people are beginning to say this woman Akaga Maria very soon. Or Simon Ekpa. Or second on a toja arrest and Ake Maria we narrowed the mantle of leadership. Can I forge ahead? Or you go new Jonato. I mean, before you say some things, you need to consider the person narrowed the mantle. Off we go. That's now Mazi Simon Ekpa went through this same persecution. We quitted Oge Mayor. That means to tell you that she's not even scared of whatever discouragement, whatever opposition coming towards her. She is just busy handling the mandate. And this time around, she's about to set one of the biggest records in the history of this Biafra movement by hosting the first ever election, Agemi na Biafraland, na homeland. This morning, she dropped a press release in her official handle. I'll still play you guys the full video where she made this election announcement. I'll play the video. But before that, can you tell me if this morning regarding the procedure Kagesi made this election in Biafraland? And this post was actually made 2 hours ago in her official handle. And the update says, breaking press release, United States of Biafra USB election timeline for November 4th, 2025. Governorship and deputy governorship election in the states of Ikemba, Odumegwu, and Omambala, Old Anambra states. This is her official write-up. And then she went further to break it down. Inanya from your screen. She said, number 1, October 7 to 12, declaration of intent to contest. Sent notice to contest the USB government. Then number 2, October 13, announcement of successful contestants in 3 USB states of Ikemba, Omambala, and Odumegwu based on approved criteria. 1, must have supported the freedom of USB for the past 12 months. That's the criteria for Ndega contest. You might have been supporting this USB declaration for 12 months. Then number 2 is that you must have no criminal record. Number 3 is that must be 25 years and above. As long as needed 25 years and above, you can actually contest for these positions, either as a governor or as a deputy. Then number 3 is that you must be a Biafran citizen. And then the number 5 is that you must have a minimum of a college education. Then number 6 is that October 14 to 21st, 2025, flag off of campaign by approved contestants. She went further to say that in number 7, she said October 22 to 30, 2025, pre-early voting in the 3 states, digital and physical in homeland. Now give me both digital voting and physical. Then number 7 went forth to say that November 1st to 3rd, early voting. Then November 4th, 2025, election day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. digital and in homeland. Okay, November 4, 2025, announcement of winners in the 3 states by the USB election on peer. Number 9 is confirmation of winners by the USB attorney. All right, and he went further to say acceptance speech by the governors and deputies. Then the last step is speech by the USB deputy prime minister. So this is actually what it's gonna look like. So, and she also said that Saturday, November 8th, 2025, voluntary lockdown and sit at home, no movement of Biafrans in the state of Ikemba, Odumebu, and Omambala, Old Anambra State, due to forceful planned governorship election by the delegitimized foreign Nigerian state occupiers in Biafra land. United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation declared on November 29, 2024 in Lahti, Finland, following a self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. So this was her tweet this morning regarding this forthcoming election. And for some of you who are still, is it going to be possible? Will she actually achieve this? Anyways, our fingers are crossed and we are watching to see how Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is actually going to pull this down. November 4th is just by the corner for us to see what is really actually going to play out on that day. So this was the update from her official Twitter handle. So this video where she made this announcement, I want you guys to watch the video. Go on from the horse's mouth, how she described the way the election is really going to go and play out. So watch the video, share your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Ikaba Arubam Boneto this video can does always require when we this update. This is really history that is about to be made, a very big one at that. So watch the video. I'll be right back.
All Biafrans from this state, both at home and abroad, will participate in this first ever election, both digital and in homeland, November the 4th, 2025. The electoral committee that will man this election has already begun work. We will show the world how election, a free and fair election, is conducted on time, real time, with the transparency that is needed. On November the 4th, all Biafrans in these three states, which is the old Anambra state, are encouraged to go out en masse and vote. You will get more information on the voting centers, on the polling centers, on how it is going to be conducted digitally, so that Biafrans that belong to this state will vote both at home and abroad. On November the 4th, all Biafrans in this state will go about their normal businesses, but you must take out time to go and vote. You will go about your normal businesses on that November the 4th. You will go about to your jobs, to your businesses, but you will take out time to go and vote. The early voting will be announced by the chair of the electoral board. I believe the early voting for this state will start, I think, maybe 2, 3, 4 days before that. That will be communicated to Biafrans. Biafrans from this state, which is the old Anambra state. If you are from the old Anambra state, you must vote on November the 4th, 2024, for the three governors that have been in Biafra state, the three governors that represent this old Anambra state, which is the state of Odumebu, the state of Ikemba, and the state of Omambala. These three governors are going to contest. They'll be in that election. The pictures will be there. The people from this state are going to vote on that day for them and for the opposition, the people that are going to contest that election with them. You just cast your vote. Be on the lookout. All the people that will participate in this election in these three states, as time goes on, you'll be seeing their pictures. They will start their campaign process. And what Biafrans need to go on that day, need to do on that day, is to vote exactly on that day or participate in the early voting. By 7 p.m. on November 4th, that election will be closed down. The winners of that election will be announced within 2-3 hours of the closure of this election on November the 4th for Biafrans. On November the 8th, the terrorist state of Nigeria is planning to conduct an election in Biafra'Land on November the 8th. On November the 8th, there will be no movement in the old Anambra state of any Biafran from 10 p.m. on November the 7th, which is Friday, from 10 p.m. to 7 p.m. the next day of November the 8th. No movement of any Biafran. Our people sit at home from Friday, November the 7th, 10 p.m. Biafran time, the whole November 8th. There will be total lockdown in the whole Biafra land. There will be no movement of any Biafran in Biafra land in that old Anambra state on November the 8th until 7 p.m. of November the 8th. We will show the terrorist state of Nigeria that Biafran people have spoken. And the world must follow what we are doing. Finland, you must follow Biafrans on these 2 dates. And I believe after that, you will know that you have been deceived by the terrorist state of Nigeria. I want to tell Biafrans, there'll be no gunshot. Election is a civil action. Electing people that you want to be your leaders is a civil action. It does not require bullets. It does not require guns. Most of you that stay in diaspora, you see how election is being conducted. It does not require the reintegrated terrorists that Nigerian state is going to unleash. But we are watching them. We are going to see them on that November the 8th. The world will be watching how it is going to play out. But I promise you, on November the 8th, 2025, no storm, no cat, no mouse will move in Biafraland, in this old Anambra state. Saludo, I will show you what leadership is about. It's a promise. I want to also use this opportunity to let Biafrans to be on the lookout for the flyers for our election that is coming up on November the 4th. And the processes that we have to follow. As we speak, Soludo, the delegitimized Nigerian governor in the old Anambra state, is currently occupying a foreign land. And I'm telling you, Soludo, to move out, leave Biafra land. You are currently occupying a foreign land. If you continue to engage in any activity with a political party that has been declared as a terrorist organization by Canada, if you continue to operate with that, whether you've been there in the past or you've been there presently, in any part of the old Anambra state, you are engaging in a criminal activity. You must stop that immediately. You must stop. I want to use this opportunity. All the agents of the Nigerian state, all the agents of the delegitimized governors operating in Biafra land, including Udogachi, Ebubago, the special sport, all of you, you must leave Biafra land. The people do not want you in Biafra land. You are currently occupying a foreign land. I want to let Soludo know that this guy and Biafra, this guy called Man Pass Man, this new recruit, terrorist recruit of Soludo, he is an enemy of the people. I believe that is his name. That is what he's called. The terrorist that is recently recruited by Soludo that goes around just terrorizing innocent Biafrans. He is not welcome in Biafra land. Biafrans, this guy is not welcome in Biafra land. Anywhere you see him in Biafra land, he must leave Biafra land. He must leave Biafra land because he is enemy of the people. He and Soludo are currently occupying a foreign land. The only legitimate defense, security allowed in Biafra land today are the United States of Biafra Liberation Army, the United States of Biafra Defense Forces, the United States of Biafra Air Force, and the United States of Biafra Police. They do not attack Biafrans. They are there to protect our people. This Man Pass Man that was brought in by Christopher Musa and Tinubu is an enemy of Biafran people. He must leave Biafra land. We do not want him in Biafra land. He and the delegitimized governor he's representing, they do not represent Biafra. Biafra is a sovereign nation. You must respect the sovereignty of the United States of Biafra people.